recipe number 6 using the Instapot. And today it's Sunday supper and I'm making meatloaf with mashed potatoes. And you're getting 2 recipes in one today because I'm also gonna be making the potatoes at the same time with the meatloaf in the Instapot. It's super simple, super easy. I'm so excited and dinner's gonna be on the table in a jiffy. So here are my ingredients. I got, of course, my ground beef, and if you follow me, you know that I'm obsessed with Costco. So it's an organic ground beef from Costco. I use it all the time. And then this is a simple recipe for a meatloaf. I don't use a lot of ingredients. It's quick and easy. And my secret actually is this concoction right here. And I come from a Dominican family and my mom makes this sofrito like maybe every month. And she sends me a batch and I freeze it, and it's basically full of like garlic, peppers, onions, cilantro, green red peppers, a bunch of good stuff, and then they blend it together and then you kind of use it in all your meat. So this is what's going to be going in my meat. I also have Worcestershire sauce. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Anyway, ketchup of course, an egg, some torn bread, and salt and pepper. So it's really basic and that's pretty much what it is. And it's just dump it, mix it in, and go. And then we're gonna put it in the Instapot. And I'm gonna show you how you can do your meatloaf in the Instapot because it doesn't really have a place to put it. So we're gonna wrap it up in foil and that's how we're gonna get the shape. So here we go, let's get started. So I'm just gonna break up the meat a little bit. My boys are actually watching some TV, and of course, if you know, they're watching some Star Wars cartoons. I'll just whisk the egg real quick and dump it. And then really basically, it's just dump. Then your salt. I'm using Himalayan pink salt and Worcestershire sauce. And because the Worcestershire sauce has a little bit of saltiness to it, you don't have to put so much salt in your meat. Some pepper, and little pieces of torn bread. Sometimes I use breadcrumbs, but I didn't have time to do breadcrumbs today, so I just did the torn bread. And I want to enjoy time with my sons, so the Instapot is perfect. I just put everything in the pot, and then I can be free out of the kitchen so I can enjoy some family time with my boys and watch Star Wars, of course. So make sure that all of it is incorporated. I'm going to squish it a little bit more, but I'm going to use gloves. So now the meatloaf is nice and incorporated, and I'm going to put some tin foil ready to make that nice shape of the meatloaf, that classic meatloaf shape, because of course you can't get that shape in the Instapot. So I have the tin foil, and I'm just gonna plop the meatloaf. There's so many variety of ways to make meatloaf. This is just a simple one that I make. I've made it with different things. I made it with different meat mixtures. I made it with an egg inside. I made it Italian style. So you can kind of do whatever meatloaf recipe that you have on hand. And one of these days I'll be doing a video of how to make my mom's sofrito. So stay tuned. That's gonna be a good one. So here I have the shape of the meatloaf, and now I'm gonna remove my gloves because I'm gonna start crimping the foil to create kind of like a little dish. And you might need, you know, a couple of pieces so that it doesn't lose all its juices. And I'm going to be putting that in the Instapot just like that to bake. But first, we're going to be putting our potatoes inside so that they're baking at the same time as the meatloaf is cooking. So here it is. And I'm going to be putting the ketchup on top. That's what it looks like. And now, so I have the Instapot here opened. I have the little tray, and I'm going to be putting some water, about 2 cups of water, and then I'm going to be putting the potatoes, skin and all. So here are the potatoes in the water. kind of try to make sure that it's as flat as possible before you put the meatloaf right on top. Okay, so now that the potatoes are in there, I'm going to be putting the meatloaf right on top. Just make sure that your potatoes are as flat as possible. And you're just going to set the meatloaf right on top. And I'll show you what that looks like. Here it is. This is the meatloaf. And you can see the potatoes. It's resting on top of the potatoes. Make sure that the foil is not like opened up too much, because you don't want any of those juices to run into your Instapot. But this is how it looks, tucking it in, and I'm getting ready to. I'm setting it to pressure cooker, and it's for 25 minutes on high, and that's about it. And it'll all be done. Actually, I'm gonna not keep it warm, so we're gonna put that off, and then start and go. And please don't mind the background noise. If you can hear, my boys are having some kind of, you know, battle, Star Wars battle today. Okay, so it's done. And we're doing a quick release. And then we'll open it up. Let's see. It looks pretty good. As you see, it caught all the liquid, the foil. So I'm gonna be picking it up and putting it in my dish. And once it's cooled off, I'll just pick it up, put it here. And now these are the potatoes. So as you can see, the skin will come right off, and then I'm gonna be making the mashed potatoes with it. So I'm gonna let the potatoes cool off for a little bit and then remove the skin. And then my secret recipe for mashed potatoes is coming up. And there it is. The meatloaf is done and it smells super delicious. Now I'm gonna prepare the mashed potatoes, and of course I promised you a little secret, and here it is. It's boursin, and I'm using the garlic and fine herbs. It gives it such a delicious creaminess and cheesiness to the mashed potatoes, and it elevates the flavor, and it's not an ordinary mashed potato. So this is what I use. And I just want to thank my friend Wilhelmina for this little secret, because she taught me this a long time ago when we worked together, and I've been using it ever since, and she's an awesome cook. So thank you. I'm gonna put my Instapot on saute so I can heat up the milk, the butter, and the cheese, and then mash everything in there. So I don't have to use another pot or something else to have to wash later. Some butter and some boursin cheese. You can go crazy. You can put half of it or you can put the whole thing. I'm gonna put half. There it is. It's just gonna melt a little bit, and then we're just gonna mash the potatoes in this creamy cheesiness. And of course you have to add some salt and pepper. So as you can see, the cheese is melted, some butter, some milk, and a little bit of that water that was left over from the potatoes. So it's melted off, and all I'm gonna do is add my potatoes. Oh, and at this point you can turn off the saute mode. And then just mash away. I'm going for creamy today, hopefully. And there it is, mashed potatoes and meatloaf made from the Instapot. And now I'm just adding a little bit of peas, just salt and butter, and dinner is ready. And of course, I just want to point out that the gravy was from the leftover juices of the meatloaf, and I just did it also in the Instapot. A little bit of butter, a little bit of flour, salt and pepper, and there you go. So Instapot recipe number 6 complete. So tune in tomorrow for recipe number 7, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe. See you next time.